How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another video. It is Sunday, September 10th. It is just after 6 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Me and Dad just got home from the shop. We've been working on race cars today. We did some work on Dad's race car, and then we did some work on a buddy of ours race car who's going to try to run it in the front-wheel drive figure 8 class. We brought their car out, and we were doing some work on it to get it try to get it race ready. My car still sitting here. We really don't have anything to do to it. It's pretty much ready to rock and roll for the next race. But tomorrow's Monday, which means it's a farming day. I don't really know what we're going to be doing, but from the sounds of it, we're going to be in the field here either sometime this week or starting next week. We're going to be in the field here very, very soon. I cannot believe harvest is already here. It seems like we just got done with harvest 22, and now harvest 23 has come like that. But I think harvest 23, first of all, it's still early on yet, but with how weird planting season was and getting crops in the ground and no rain, it was really dry, so emergence was really, really weird and stuff like this. The field right around our house here, it's not our corn, but I think it's a good field that defines all the crops around here, the crops that we do farm. I think it's a good definition. You can see here that there are some crops that are still very, very green yet. You can see that the ears have dropped, and honestly, the ears really haven't dropped yet. These ears are still up. Really good looking ears of corn look really good, and they are starting to dry out, and maybe on some there's some yellowing down by the base, but the ears haven't even dropped yet, and they are very, very green throughout the stalk and throughout the plant. And then you get down here and you get some green, but the ears have dropped. You can see this one's still green, but the ears have dropped. This is what I mean by the ears have dropped. This one, it is not dropped. This one it is. This one, it hangs down. And you can see it's still, it's a little bit yellower, but it's green. But then this one here, it's yellow at the top and got some green in the middle and a dropped ear. It's really, really weird. And then you get in here and it's pretty much all brown and the ears are dropped and it's ready to, it's ready to go. This one's already, you can see the ear of corn in there, and it's pretty much all, brown and ready for chopping. It's ready to go. But then all of a sudden we're getting back in and bam, we're back to dark green and not even ears dropped yet, and we've only moved about 10 feet down the row. It's just been a really, really weird year for the crop, and you can see all the way down the rest of this row is all dark green, probably the darkest green of them all. Very, very green yet, very, very wet. Still got a lot of moisture, but then you can see all the way down on that side. I'm not gonna walk all the way down there, but you can see that patch. You can see that patch right here on the end rows of nothing but brown. And then you got dark green to the south, or to the south of that. It's just nuts. And that really defines a lot of not only the corn, but the beans as well. A lot of the side hills for beans have started to turn, and but the beans are the same way. There's a lot of spots in the fields where it's brown, and then it's ready to cut, and then there's spots that are still green and dark and luscious yet. But like I said, it's still early on in the harvest season. Some guys have gone out and started cutting. Not everybody yet. A lot of guys are going out and doing their tests to see what the moisture's at. They might just do the end rows and stuff like this to see what the moisture's at before, and if they gotta wait a little bit, let it dry out a little bit, they will. And if not, and if they think it's ready to go, we'll go. So I'd say here in the next week, we'll be out harvesting, which is nuts. I'm excited to take you guys along with me for the harvest videos. If you guys didn't join us for harvest 2022, we had a lot of good memories then. I got to run a grain cart for the first time. I got to drive the 8270 for the first time. It was an amazing, amazing year for harvest. So do go check out the harvest videos from last year, and I'm hoping to make some new memories this year. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up horse chores and head in for the night, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Alright folks, it's now Monday, September 11th. It is 12:30 in the afternoon. I just fired up the 7410. We've been doing a lot of work down here at the bin site. We had an unload area where we could dump from one bin into another, but we never used that unload. We always just vacked out that bin. So what we did is we just took all that apart. We used the skid loader and we took all that apart and put it in the barn there by the 4430 and the feed wagon. And we just took that whole unload apart. We took the motor off and we took out all the piping. We took off the conduit. We're going by the cows and calves. All our cows are here now in this lot. You can see some of the calves up on the pile just chilling out. But I'm taking the loader tractor here up so that we can unload the motor from that unload. We got the unload in the service truck using the skid loader, but we're going to use the tractor here. I'm going to run it up to the shop and we're going to use it to unload it. So we got a little bit of tractor driving today. We've been at it for a few hours working on the unload. You can see Dad's pickup down there. We were down there by the pit there. Another reason why we took that unload off is one, because we don't use it, and two, because it gets in the way of when we pull trucks onto that pit. We end up being too far out and we end up having a big old pile of grain that is not going into the auger. So we took that unload out, one, because we're not using it, and two, so we can get the semis closer to the pit, closer to the actual auger. Dad just took off, so I'm gonna come out on the road, rev her up, put in my clutch, slap her in D, let off my clutch, we'll take off. Woohoo! I'll tell you what, we got some good rain. You can see here in this field, this cornfield, this is one of our cornfields. We had a crew come out and do some chopping for us, some silage. So that's why this corn is looking like it started to be harvested, because we had some chopped for silage. But I'm going to take this tractor to the shop and we are going to get this motor unloaded. I'm going to kind of take it easy. The roads are really muddy. We had a good amount of rain. We've been kicking up a lot of mud. But I'm going to go ahead and get this tractor back, guys. You guys have seen me run this thing quite a bit. By the sounds of it, not much action is going to be happening. It's not like we're going to be moving cows or anything like that. So this video might jump to this weekend. We have our nationals races. We have the last races of the season. We have our nationals races on Friday and Saturday. My car is ready to go. We did some work to Dad's. I think we still have a little bit more work to do yet. Jeez, bouncy, bouncy. Let me slow down just a hair. Good grief, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get this tractor up to the shop, guys, and we'll see what happens next. Look what we're running today, guys. We're going to run an all-new piece of equipment today, the 4430. I've never really run this thing before, but we're going to figure it out. Clutch. I'll put it in, we're in park right now. You can see on our gauge, I'll put it in B. I guess I can put it in C, I suppose. And I'm in neutral, I'll do 2. All right, we are on the move, guys. I've never run this tractor before. We rode in this tractor in the video called Spreading Manure. We've ridden in this tractor, and I've used this thing to run an auger, just kicking on the PTO, but I've never actually used it, you know, driving on the road. It's a completely different clutch setup. I'm just gonna take my time. We're gonna get this thing down to the cow farm and hook it up to the feed wagon. We're on the move. Now, I'll put in the clutch, put it in D, let off my clutch, it should kick up. And then I should do put in the clutch again, put it in 3, There we go. Okay. Now we're cooking. Kick it over into 4. You don't need the clutch to go side to side. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Yeah. Now we're going. All right. Figuring it out on the spot here. How to run this tractor. Running the 4430 for the first time ever. I'm just driving it down to get it to the cow farm. But today is also Nationals Day. We are here at Fall Nationals weekend. We have a race tonight and tomorrow night. I'm hoping I can have somebody film. My normal camera guy is unavailable this weekend. He has plans, so I'm hoping I can have somebody film for us. We'll have to see what happens. But we got 2 days worth of racing. We have a little bit more work to do on Dad's car, but it will be ready for tonight. And then we will be good to go. I gotta go and hook onto my car and bring it over to the shop, and then we'll get it over to the racetrack later today and set up camp. And it's a 2-day race. We have a race tonight and a race tomorrow. And then that's the end of our racing season. So that'll be kind of cool. I'm coming up to the stop sign here, so I will start revving down a little bit here, and I'll shift it down to 3. I'm still figuring this tractor out. We've had it for a while, I've just never driven it, so figuring it out as we go here, guys. Let in on my clutch just a little bit here. Okay. For a good turn, guys. Woohoo! Let off my clutch. Rev her up a little bit. Shift her over into 4. Woohoo! We're going. Awesome. Running a new piece of equipment. Well, obviously it's not new to the farm. It's been there. But I've never run it before. So this is cool. Running a different tractor. Just expanding my skills, expanding my knowledge. I don't even know how fast I'm going. That's alright. I don't care. Rev it up just a little bit more. We're going good, guys. But this is the 4430. We've done a little bit of action in this tractor before. It's a nice tractor. I like it. But you can see all the corn and the beans on the beans here on my right and the corn on my left. There's definitely a lot of yellowing going on. Definitely getting closer. We just tested some corn the other day with the moisture tester, and we tested about 25. So that's still pretty wet yet. We're thinking we're gonna have our combine back, ready to go here next couple days. So next week we should be starting in the field. So who knows, maybe on Monday, on my normal farming day, we'll have the day off and we'll be out in the field. Who knows? But we're driving the 4430 today. Never run this piece of equipment before. Dad goes, you'll be all right driving that, right? I'm like, well, I've never run it before, but I know how I've seen it be run, so I can figure it out. I can pretty much jump in any piece of equipment and figure out how it's done. It helps when I've seen somebody else drive it. If I've ridden along in the piece of equipment, I can see how they're shifting and I can do the same thing. But we're trucking along here in the 4430. We're gonna get it down to the cow farm and get it hooked up to the feed wagon, and Dad will take over and empty out into the bunk, feed the cows and calves. And we're gonna do a little bit more work on Dad's car, and then we'll hook onto the cars and get over to the track. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, I got the 4430 down here to the cow farm, to the feedlot. We got it hooked up to the feed wagon here. Usually we have the 47 hooked to this, but we have that on the small grain cart for harvest. You can hear the cows going ballistic. You guys have seen this process time and time again. He's gonna let the gate down on the feed wagon. He's gonna kick it on. Look at that, the cows are like, give it to me. Ask and you shall receive, cows. The cows know what this is. They know the drill, don't you guys? You guys know the drill. What do you guys think, huh? This is good stuff, huh? Yeah. Good food. What do you think? Will anybody let me boop their snoot? $9.49? No? How about you, $8.50? Nope. They're too skittish. They're just a little skittish. But the cows are up here. A lot of the calves are swarming the hay wagon there. The calves don't really know what this is, but the moms do. They know how this works, don't you guys? Don't you? You guys know how this works. This is good stuff. We're just emptying this wagon out, so they have a little something to munch on. There's white-faced calf there. You guys saw him when he was a little after he was born. 900, what do you know? How are you doing? Can I boop your snoot, 900? Nope, they're just a little too skittish. They'll take turns coming up to the bunk and eating. Feed wagon's just about empty. We're gonna park it back in the barn and call it quits for that operation. I like this 848, I like her coloration. I like that red roan-esque color to her. I like that. Some of the cows are up on top of the pile up there. Kings of the hill, or queens of the hill, I should say. Oh, nope, I think that is one of the bulls up there. King of the hill. Is that 18? Is that big old 18 up there? No, that ain't 18. He's got a different color tag. But everybody's just munching away, having a good old time. Chowing down. We are pretty much done dumping feed now. The cows are happy. They're just chowing down, having a grand old time, having a buffet here. What do you guys think? Pretty good stuff, huh? Oh, I didn't do nothing. Getting ready for racing tonight, but we're gonna start up the 1979 International Transtar here, which is a lot like the race car, where you got a push button here. Fired right up. Woohoo! She runs like a dream. Kind of a rough idle to her, but when she warms up, she's good to go. We're flushing out the sprayer right now. We're filling it up with water so we can flush it out, so it's all cleaned out for the winter. But we started this truck up. We'll see what we got to do. I'll tell you what, she's got a good purr to her. She's a nice old truck. She's a good one. She's old style. She's an old school. We're gonna go ahead and spray out this water and let it flush the sprayer out. Alright guys, it's now 5:30 on September 15th. We are here at the racetrack. You can see the pits are flooding. We even have a whole bunch of trucks that have come here for nationals. Like this one driving by. There are cars that come from all over the Midwest to come race at nationals. We've seen cars from Illinois, Indiana, even a few of them. Illinois, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, all of our neighboring states, pretty much. A lot of people come from a whole bunch of different areas to come race for the Nationals races. And so they are in the middle of teching that's why all the trucks keep driving by. They are pretty much teching everybody who has never raced here before, any cars or trucks that the techs have not looked at here, to make sure that they're legal, make sure that they can race, make sure that there's no unfair advantages. But Dad gave my car a bath. Dad believes in the saying that you're jinxing yourself if you wash your own car. So Dad always washes mine and I always wash his. So Dad washed mine and I have my wash bucket there, and I am in the middle of washing this car down. This one's not as bad. The gravel dust doesn't show as much on the white. I'll still give it a nice rub down, get it all nice and clean, but my car looks way better after being washed down. It is looking like rain. We're supposed to get a lot of rain up north, and there's supposed to be a little spell that goes to the south, which that looks like that's what it's going to do. And then it's going to clear up by the time race time starts. It's going to be a nice night for racing. Not too hot, not too cold. I can't say there won't be a sprinkle or so. We might have a little bit of rain come through, but that's all right. Free water to help wash the cars, free water to help water down the track a little bit. But I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get footage for you guys. Like I said, my camera guy isn't going to be here tonight, and I don't have anybody else that could possibly do it. I'm going to try to see what I can do, but I really wanted to get footage for Nationals both nights. But I don't know. I'm going to have to see what I can do. But we are camping out here. I've called this camp a lot of times, but it's actually camp this time because we are racing tomorrow as well. We're just going to leave the cars here. We're just going to sleep in the truck or on the trailer tonight, and we are going to literally camp here tonight. And then we're going to race again tomorrow night. And then after the races tomorrow, we will load up and head on back home and be done with the season. But like I said, no guarantees on footage. I may be able to get it from someone else. I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope I can get something for you guys, but if not, I do sincerely apologize. Like I said, all my options are kind of waning out on me. So I'm going to go ahead and finish giving this car a bath and prepare to start racing, guys. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any footage from anybody from our Nationals races for the weekend. I do apologize for that. You won't be able to actually see us race. But I decided that when I was in the stands, I was going to film a few other classes so you guys could still see some racing action. Enjoy. And we'll see what happens. Oh, look out. Red. Woo! Oh, they got locked up. race again. Keep her going, keep her going. Nice save. He's smoking something fierce. Whoa! Wow! Good morning, everybody. It's now September 16th. It's just after 8 in the morning. We are still here at the racetrack. We camped out here last night. This is exactly how we parked the cars after the feature race. We took our gear out, stuff like this, packed it up in the bags, and we just slept in the truck last night. We ended up going to bed about 2:30 this morning. And we got up, we ended up deciding to actually get up about 7:30. We were kind of up and down all night. And we decided at 7:30 we were just going to go ahead and get up. Racing doesn't start till 6 tonight for night 2 of Nationals. I do want to take you guys back very briefly. I told you guys that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get footage from my phone of the feature or any of the races last night that we were in, and unfortunately that was not the case. I could not get footage. My camera guy wasn't here. Nobody was here that could take my phone and film for me. But we did have a few reds and we did have a few cautions last night for multiple different things. A flat tire on one car, or someone spun out, or there was a stalled car before the race even began. So there were a few things. Both of our cars are okay. We were not involved in any accidents or anything like that. Definitely I pushed it way harder in the feature than I did the heat, but I've pushed it way harder before. I need to just push it hard. I just need to get comfortable with running the car hard. I know the car will do it. I just need to do it. I know the car will do it. I just need to be comfortable with doing it. But it was an overall good race. Yellows and reds every so often. And we'd have to do, I think we did more parade laps than we did laps on the green flag. But it was a good race overall. I ended up finishing in 7th place out of 12 cars in the feature. And Dad was right in front of me in 6th place. So it was kind of a domino effect. Some people were dropping like flies just due to issues throughout the race, but sometimes that's part of racing. Sometimes that's the only way for a rookie like me to move up, is just letting everybody else fall. You're not causing the problems or anything like that, but sometimes that happens. But I think we're going to go to the truck stop this morning, get some breakfast. We do have some rain coming in about noon, and by 3 o'clock it should be out of here, so I don't think it'll affect the races tonight. Just putting some extra water on the track is all. And by the time race time starts at 6 tonight, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. But I'm going to go ahead and get ready for breakfast and whatever else we need to do. These cars are pretty much ready to run tonight. There's really nothing we need to do to them. I think it's going to be a good night of racing, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start my day, guys. And we'll see you guys later on. All right, guys. It's now 2 o'clock. The cars are pretty much ready to go. I just thought I'd fire mine up and just take mine for just a little drive around the pits. Just warm the engine up a little bit. Figured I'd take you guys along. nobody around. Alright guys, it's a little after 5 now. We got the cars here still, of course. I've got my suit on, I'm ready to go. All my gear is in my car, ready for another full night of racing. Hot laps start at like 5:40, 5:45. So we have a little bit left. We gotta have our drivers meeting, and then we'll have our hot laps. By the sounds of it, Dad does not want a hot lap tonight, which is fine, it's optional. But the cars are ready. I'm dressed, I got my suit on, got all my gear ready to go. I got my radio with my headphones, we're ready to go. But we're gonna go ahead and start racing. Alright guys, it's now Sunday the 17th. It is about 1:30 in the morning. We just got back from the track. Pretty much what we did was we loaded up both cars. We had our race night. The heats went okay. Wasn't the best. Me and Dad both really didn't push the cars as hard as we thought we could. I only turned about 4,000 RPMs. I turned more in hot laps than I did in the heat race. So, I mean, it wasn't, we both got last place in our heats, which, I mean, that's not, we could have done better. We really could have. But, and then the feature came around, and there were 10 cars in our feature. And Dad ended up getting 8th, and I ended up getting 9th. So, it was a pretty good feature race. Kind of confusing at the beginning because there was a red that got thrown, and then we, for no reason, we were kind of confused, and they had us do a complete restart. I hope you guys enjoyed going to the 2-day Fall Nationals with us. And with that being said, with Fall Nationals being over now, racing season 2023 is over. It'll be here probably soon. It'll be opening up the garage and taking the cars off the trailers and putting them in the garage for the winter. It's time to put the toys away, and which it's really bittersweet. This whole period of time just feels like it's gone like that. It feels like we just got started with racing season, and now it's over. And I mean, it's just kind of bittersweet because I really love doing it, and as a rookie I want to get better. I want to keep doing it and get better and better and better, get faster and more comfortable. But it's over, and now it's like I said, we're putting the cars in the garage, and the next race isn't until the end of April. You know, if we're not in the field or anything like that with planting, you know, we'll be able to make it to the Spring Nationals. It's a 2-day event. For Spring Nationals, those are the first races of the season. But we gotta wait a while. We gotta let winter come through and let it get cold and bitter and brutal out here, and fight through it and shovel snow, and then we get rewarded for sticking through it by being able to go back out on the track in the springtime. So I hope you guys enjoyed joining us. You guys got to see some racing footage from 2022's season when I had first bought 03. But now you guys got to see my car 04, which you guys technically did see in 2022 season as well. That car was Jonesy's car 00 before I bought it and changed it over to 04. So you guys have seen both of these cars run for 2 seasons now. Well, I guess one in a partial season, I suppose. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the racing. But now, by the sounds of it, we are starting harvest this week. Don't know exactly when. It'd be nice if it was Monday, because that's my day off. but I doubt it. That'll probably be the day we go down and get the combine from the shop where it's getting the final touches done to it. But who knows? Harvest is here now. It's crazy to think about that that's here now too. Racing time is over. We're putting the toys away, and now we're pulling out the equipment, and we're getting in the field, which is awesome. So I hope you guys are ready for Harvest 2023. Racing 2023 has come to an end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys enjoyed watching the racing footage, and if you guys enjoyed this video in general, make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Spread the word of the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.